This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Penn State students are getting ready to take a stand against childhood cancer this weekend. We'll get you ready for Thon next. It's Thon Eve. Hi everyone, I'm Ken Carr, a proud Penn State graduate. Thanks for watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision, channel 513, and in SD on channel 13. And you can download the Samsung Productions app and stream us on Apple TV and Google Chromecast. Time now for our headlines from SSPTV News and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The initial call came in for a female smashing everything inside a residence. Hazleton police responded to the 500 block of Alter Street around 2 a.m. The victim told officers that her partner, Vanessa Erazo, came home intoxicated and started breaking everything in the residence. She said that Erazo punched her 11-year-old daughter in the face and threw a dresser drawer on top of two of her nieces who were sleeping. When police encountered Erazo, she punched an officer in the face. She was taken into custody but refused to cooperate. She was combative as police attempted to put her in the vehicle and then again in the police cell. She faces several charges, including aggravated assault, simple assault, and resisting arrest. This year's severe flu season has prompted state officials to offer free flu vaccines. In Luzerne County, a free clinic will be held tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the State Health Center in Wilkes-Barre, and a free clinic will be held February 27th from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the Medical Office Building on North 12th Street in Lehighton. Call 1-877-PA-HEALTH to make an appointment. Thon is this weekend at Penn State's University Park campus. Yesterday, I tried to act like a student once again while interviewing Penn State Hazleton chair and dancer for Thon, Nicole Rabarchik, dancer Kevin Harry, and then the acting chair for this weekend, Chelsea Darrow. Briefly, what is Thon all about? What is it?
So Thon is just a year-long effort to raise money for kids with pediatric cancer. So it's really just a year-long push of fighting cancer.
And Kevin, we were talking about this before. Celebrities are getting involved with Thon now. It's gotten this big. I mean, you guys raised millions for the Four Diamonds Fund at Hershey Medical Center. Khloe Kardashian's tweeting about it. I think Jim Furyk, the golfer, has donated some money. Yep. So, I mean, does it mean something to you to dancers, or is it just like we're doing it for the kids anyway?
Well, it means a lot to us, too, for both, that we see that these celebrities are seeing what we're doing. So it's now really expanding out throughout the country more and more, and even throughout the world now, that these celebrities are seeing exactly what's going on. So now they're contributing, and they have a much bigger following base than many of us, so that when they start talking about it, so now the ball just kind of keeps on rolling.
Tell me a little bit, Chelsea, about how people can donate, because they can still help out Penn State Hazleton Thon throughout the weekend as this is going on. What do they do?
So up until Friday, we actually have a donor drive link that people could go to, and they are able to online donate money, and it will get directly credited to our organization. So it'll go to our total, as well as, of course, Big Thon's total.
Hey, let's talk about this. Thon is so well known in the Penn State community. What have you guys learned about Thon from being there? Because I feel like people from Penn State sometimes, or even outside, say, oh, we know everything there is to know about it. What have you learned since you started doing this?
I think I learned that it's very emotional. There are a lot of happy stories, but of course there are very sad stories. And I knew that going into it, but I'm a crier, so I guess I wasn't prepared for how emotional I was going to feel. Even right now, like just thinking about it, I could cry. So
it's a great event. How about you guys? What have you learned about Thon, the organization?
So definitely, this is going to be my third Thon, so I've done this a couple of times. But Thon is definitely more than just a place. I feel like most people in their head think of Thon as something like somewhere to go, but Thon is really a feeling, and I feel like it sticks with you no matter what. I mean, like, you're obviously Penn State proud, so you're still thinking about it, you're still connecting with it. So I think Thon is definitely not just a place, it's a feeling that you get as a Penn State student.
And how about you, Kevin?
The more and more you get involved, the more you see the true involvement of a lot of the students, how big this organization actually is. I mean, it's the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. So, like, when you start getting more involved, you start to see how big of a process and how much work is actually put into this, and like what it all entails and how it all comes down to help these kids, and that's the big part of it.
There is a line dance, right? Is that what it's called every year? So within the line dance, there's pop culture references that I no longer get because I graduated in 2007. So can we get a preview? I mean, I know it's probably not released, but what do you think will be in there?
So we definitely do not know the line dance this year. I definitely think that
The Olympics got to be in there, right?
the Olympics definitely, probably like, honestly, they try to do Penn State things, so definitely Saquon Barkley going to the draft. I definitely think that's going to be in there. And like crazy popular songs now, like all of the new songs that I don't really understand why they're popular, but you know.
You're not getting it. I'm not getting it. Totally. But make sure you're following along these three this weekend, and please help out Penn State Hazleton. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have fun this weekend at Thon. Chelsea Darrow is my sister, and I am super proud of her for her work with Thon. And you can follow all the action all weekend long from the Bryce Jordan Center by watching the live stream at thon.org. And remember to help Penn State Hazleton reach their goal. Thon kicks off at 5 p.m. on Friday. Time now for our nightly Olympic medal count. Berwick's Jason Turdeman was part of the team luge event today. The U.S. just missed a medal, coming in fourth behind Austria. Michaela Schifrin's first gold medal of the 2018 Olympics was the 8th overall for the U.S. Currently, the United States is in 5th place with 5 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Norway has jumped into the lead for total medals. They had a big night on the ski slopes in men's giant slalom. Tonight, all eyes will be on Adam Rippon from Clark Summit in the men's figure skating short program. And while most of us won't win an Olympic medal, you can enter to win a delicious box of Frankie's cold pizza that you can enjoy while watching the Olympics. That's right, a box of 12 slices of Frankie's cold pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend, baked fresh with no preservatives. Call us now, 570-459-9813, extension 104. We need your name and phone number, full name, full phone number, and the winner will be drawn at random. And remember, you can only win once every 30 days on SSPTV. Coming up next, we'll meet our volunteer of the week and attend another history lesson with the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. And in sports, we'll meet 2 friends who accomplished a huge goal this year in the pool with the Hazleton Area High School girls swimming team. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
This week, our history segment is taking us to the movies, or I should say, the movies of old anyway. Charles McElwee is the Vice President of the Board of Directors for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. And you said with the Oscars just around the corner, now's a perfect time to talk about, I guess, the entertainment days of old here in this area.
Right, so it's Oscar season, so lots going on, a lot of momentum, obviously, for the films competing for those awards. But yes, Hazleton was a center for entertainment, and certainly with so many of its theaters and proximity to New York, it was a major attraction for vaudeville acts. And with theaters like the Grand Theater, they would entertain. So the Grand Theater was really the first major theater in Hazleton. And it was not only a center for entertainment, but really an epicenter of the region's history. So in the late 1800s, William Jennings Bryan, he was almost like the perpetual candidate for office. He always ran for president as a populist Democrat. He stumped at the Grand Theater to try to win over votes in the area. And then that was also the critical setting for the decision to strike in 1902. So in 1902, miners were protesting really the conditions of the mines and the low wages. And it was at the Grand Theater where Johnny Mitchell, the United Mine Workers president, cast a deciding vote to strike. And it was the most significant coal strike in the history of the United States, and the first time the government had to intervene as a neutral arbitrator. So going from there, we also have the Family Theater, which was opened by the Hersker family at the corner of Wyoming Street and Broad, so Broad, Wyoming. And the Herskers were initially involved in the theater industry in Monomoy City, but they came here, and that was an act for vaudeville. And of course, in 1909, the Palace Theater, if you look at Frankie's, that was also a major destination.
Wow. So we definitely had some great entertainment in our area. So this is just the vaudeville end of it. We're going to touch later on about the actual movie theaters that then followed.
Yeah, so this is really the first half of an interesting history. So we're talking about the pre-talkie, really World War I era of entertainment before the silent pictures. And with vaudeville, I mean, just the Palace Theater, it was a 1,200-seat theater. It was ornamented with brass railing, rich velvet carpets, sculpted cherubs that buttress the balcony. And it was opened by the Lockman brothers, who actually had, if people remember the tragic fire at the Hotel Gary in the 1950s, that was originally called the Hotel Lockman. Well, the Lockman brothers had this movie theater downtown, and that was burned to the ground in 1917. And actually the late L.A. Tyrone, our beloved historian of the region, he actually investigated this, and his argument was that it was an act of arson committed by Soviet radicals.
Wow. Wow. Always great things that you're talking about here each week on SSPTV. And he'll be back to talk more about the actual movie theaters in part 2 of this interesting look at entertainment in our area.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Check out these cool clouds in downtown Hazleton. It was not cool out, a very warm and a nice day. Tonight we'll have some higher temperatures as well. The low temperature will be 48 degrees. Expect some rain and areas of fog, a west wind around 6 miles per hour. And then on Friday, rain is likely before 2 p.m. Otherwise cloudy. We'll have a temperature falling to around 37 by 4 p.m. Friday night, mostly clear with a low of 17 degrees. It's cold again. Saturday, we'll have a high of 33 degrees, mostly sunny, 20% chance of some snow after 4 p.m. Saturday night, snow likely, 70% chance of precipitation, cloudy with a low of 24 degrees. It'll be mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 42. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low of 27. On Monday, 60% chance of rain and snow before 1 p.m. Then rain is likely, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-40s. Monday night, rain is likely, cloudy with a low of 40 degrees, 60% chance of precipitation. It's become our most popular feature on SSP TV News, our Volunteer of the Week, a person, couple, or group who makes this a better place to live. And it's brought to you by Workforce Resources Staffing Company in West Hazleton. With temporary to permanent jobs and seasonal and temporary placements, you must apply in person. And now here's Lisa with tonight's honoree.
Today, I am pleased to welcome Skylar Duffy to our studios. She is our Volunteer of the Week. This young lady is a senior at Hazleton Area High School, and when you hear what she's been doing with her time, you will know why she is the Volunteer of the Week. She was nominated by the Sugarloaf Township Fire Chief Dwayne Hildebrand. Skylar, congratulations on this recognition, and tell us about the many activities that you are involved with at the Sugarloaf Fire Company.
Well, I am the junior fire chief at the Sugarloaf Fire Company, and I also do a little bit of running with EMS as well. And on the side of that, I also work 2 jobs, and I participate in 3 after-school activities, so I do juggle quite a bit.
Just a little bit, I would say. That's quite a handful. So how did you get involved in the fire company as a junior volunteer?
Well, originally my boyfriend introduced me to it, and once I got into it, honestly, I just developed such a passion for it. Like, I honestly couldn't see myself doing anything else.
So tell us about some of the roles that you have and some of the things you do with the Sugarloaf Township Fire Company.
As a junior, we run drills, and we also help in the community, like doing breakfast to raise money for the company, or just running calls. If anybody needs anything, we'll run and get the tools for them and anything else they really need.
And when you're helping with the EMS, the ambulance service and that, you said you want to make a career, a medical career, you're looking to go into nursing. So this is giving you a much needed experience that you'll have for your career as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just really coincides with what I want to do, because you really have to get used to seeing some of the stuff that you do. It's really helpful.
You also came in because you said you wanted to encourage others to do the same. So you're looking for junior volunteers to join. So tell us about that and who is eligible.
Well, anybody, boy or girl, the age of 14 to 17, the Sugarloaf Fire Company is allowing juniors to come, and if they're interested, they can just give us a call and you can come to our drills and just see what it's like. And if you would like to apply, you could go to sugarloaftwp.org. And under fire department, you'll be able to find applications for that.
What would you say to people? How rewarding has this been for you? Did you think you'd be as impressed as you are?
Honestly, when I was a kid, I thought being a firefighter is just a boys thing. And now that I'm actually doing it, it's really such a rewarding thing. It gives you a sense of self-accomplishment. And honestly, like not just that, but being in the fire department, you gain friends, you gain family, and I don't know what I'd be doing without the people there, not having them in my life today. They're like such good friends of mine, so.
Does it make you more organized to do all this?
That's a little bit of a false statement. You really can't be organized with it. You just gotta kind of try your best and you just kind of gotta go and do it, so.
Well, we congratulate you for being our Volunteer of the Week. I think you're an inspiration to other young people out there. Hopefully, people will hear what you said and maybe they would want to join as well, and maybe you'll get some new volunteers out of it.
Yeah, it's honestly, trust me, like if you do decide to volunteer, you won't regret it because it's honestly the best thing I could say I've ever done. So.
Very well said. Skylar Duffy of drums, a senior at Hazleton Area High School, and this week's Volunteer of the Week.
Thanks, Lisa. Let's see if you're a winner in the Pennsylvania Lottery with the midday winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 3, 8, pick 3 numbers 780, pick 4, 3874, and pick 5, 10577. The wild number is 3. We jump in the pool at the Hazleton Area High School after this break.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Sometimes when I'm interviewing someone and they're telling a really cool story, I kind of lose my focus for a minute and say, wait, what? In my head, because it's just that cool. I did that at least 10 times while talking with Haley Sanko and Maggie Yanis at the Hazleton Area High School at the pool for swimming practice. See if you can pick out when I said, wait, what? During the story. At the end of their freshman swimming seasons, Haley Sanko and Maggie Yanis had 498 points. They noticed this at the end of the year banquet, and they started kind of an inside joke by saying hashtag 498. Now they're both juniors, and they've both reached hashtag 1,000 points in their careers at the Hazleton Area High School. They can both thank each other for getting there, and not just for that hashtag they created back in freshman year. Let's go back to the Hazleton YWCA when Sanko and Yanis were 4 or 5 years old. Sanko hated jumping off the block when she was a kid. Her coach tried to bribe her with candy, but it was Yanis who helped her make the leap.
I mean, I remember the day that I finally went off the block. It's actually like my friend Maggie, who got the 1,000 points with me. She said oh, you could sleep over at my house if you jump off the block, and then I dove off the block. And when we were younger, we were thick as thieves, and we still are to this day, and our antics still continue to this day. But she would be so timid to swim, and she's always been amazing at it. So it would boggle my mind. I'm like, why doesn't she want to swim? I'm like, why don't you want to swim? And I'd be like, well, Haley, if you go swim, we can have a sleepover after this. So that was always one thing I think that motivated us is when we were kids and even now to swim, because we always had each other to push ourselves. So even then and now.
I was going to ask that. I mean, you gave her the push there. She does the same thing to you, though?
Yeah, she does. Especially when we were little, yes. I was always I feel like I pushed her to get in the pool then because she didn't want to swim. But now, if you see me swim the 500, I do it every meet. She's always the one at the end of the pool counting my laps for me. She's always the one cheering me on. She's always the one telling me I have to kick more, I have to push more. This person's coming up, you need to speed up. She's always the person who's there to tell me what to do in the pool and out.
On December 19th, 2017, they were both on Hazleton Area's 200 medley relay team against Myers. The team won, and both of them earned their 1,000th point at the same time.
Me and Maggie, we've been best friends since we were 4 or 5, because we actually have older sisters who swam. So we met each other at their practices, and ever since then we just we're with each other. We do everything together. We're always pushing each other at practice, and we just have a really close bond.
Their sisters, Shelby Sanko and Rebecca Yanis, are also in the 1,000 point club at Hazleton Area. They've pushed each other to this point along with some help from head coach Michelle Yakubowski. Yanis also gives a ton of credit to former Hazleton Y coach Rob Gould.
He's just taught me to be so goal-oriented, even from age 5. Always here's a piece of paper, write your goals down on it. Okay, so I always have that in the back of my head, and I thank him for that. And this was just another goal that I had to accomplish, and it wouldn't be possible without him to this day.
The next goal Sanko has her eyes on is making it back to states. She was there last year as a member of the 400-yard freestyle relay team. Yanis has her eyes on district gold in the 500 freestyle. She finished second last year in that event. From a block to a sleepover to hashtag 498 to hitting the big 1,000 on the same night, it's already been quite a journey for Sanko and Yanis, but they're only juniors, so their story has time to continue trending at the Hazleton Area High School. There's actually one more wait what moment you didn't get to see in the final story. Yanis told me that she thinks of songs while swimming and told me that some of them are throwbacks like One Direction. And in my head I said, wait, what? Hashtag I'm getting old. Thank you to the two friends for sharing their story with us. And we'll hear from fellow 1,000 point scorer Dylan Gould soon right here on SSP TV News. Oh, the March Madness has begun. Watch Dave Day from yesterday to learn more about that reference. Let's go to Mart's Hall now in the SSP TV Standard Speaker Scoreboard Monoy area. They hold Pine Grove to 18 points in the Schuylkill League semifinals girls basketball. They'll move on to play North Schuylkill in the championship, who held off defending state champ Minersville in the other semifinal. The championship game will tip at 6 p.m. in Pottsville on Friday. Sam Shinkas scored her 1,000th point in the Lady Spartans' victory. Penn State Hazleton men lost in the PSU Athletic Conference playoffs, but they made one heck of an effort just to get there. Penn State Hazleton women's basketball player Mackenzie Prutzman was named Player of the Week in the PSU AC, and the Hazleton area girls, they lost to Dallas. Faith Gula scored 12 points. The MMI girls lost to Northwest, and Shane Noonan won his 100th match for Hazleton area wrestling. The Cougars beat Notre Dame Green Pond in a non-league game. And that's sports for this Thursday.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. We'll kick off today's social report with Eagle Rock Annual Winterfest being held from Friday, February 16th until Monday, February 19th. There will be plenty of activities like skiing, music, food, kids' activities, and more. The Tamaqua Public Library will be having a book sale for the whole month of February, with the sale being books only costing 10 cents. For more information, you can call the number on your screen. And one today's social report with a two-day fundraiser to support Amanda and Grayson Capus. The first event is on Saturday, February 24th from 3 to 8 p.m. at Bunkers in Hazleton. Then on Sunday, February 25th, the next event will take place from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the other side in Freeland. If you would like to get involved with this event or for more information, you can contact Rosalind at the number or email that you see on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSP TV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Florence Gregory of West Hazleton. Funeral is Saturday at 12 noon at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton. Friends may call Saturday from 11 a.m. until 12 noon at the funeral home. Earl L. Myers, formerly of Rock Glen. Service will be Saturday at 11 a.m. at Trinity UCC Church in Rock Glen. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the church. And Jerome L. Nevick of Hazleton. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSP TV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Linda Dempsey of Freeland. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Remember, Thon starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. and remember to help out Penn State Hazleton by going to the website we mentioned. Also go to thon.org and donate there. And remember to nominate a person you think is worthy of our Volunteer of the Week. You can email Lisa at ssptv.com. And thank you to our sponsor, Workforce Resources Staffing Company in West Hazleton, for helping us out with that. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.